welcome to another video. Today's video I'm filming my August reading wrap up. In August I read 14 books I believe. I read some on holiday on a beach and some at home. If you want to see pictures of what I read this month, go follow the Instagram link down below. But I'm going to crack onto the review because I've got a lot. I'm only going to be reviewing these books in 2 minutes each, around about that. So I'm going to give some main points. Starting off, I read Black Crane Point, and this on the back says isolation, suspicion, survival and danger. This is all about a group of friends who go camping at a haunted place on a beach and wake up the ghost. This is very mysterious, very suspenseful, massive twists in the book. I highly recommend. The 2 books I read on my Kindle, Still Magic by Madeleine Freeman. This is an amazing book, all about witches, about a girl moving to a town and uncovering her past and heritage in witchcraft. It's like the Secret Circle meets the Sweep series. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Free Book Friday link down below for this book. And also on Scribd is an app I use, which is an amazing app. And if you want to guys download this app, you get 2 free months of subscription if you use my link down below with my code. So I will leave that information down below if you want 2 free months, but you get an unlimited amount of books, comics and everything. So I read on their X-Men comic, which I really, really like because I really love X-Men, and I rated this really highly because it was just the best quick little fun read to up my TBR counting of this month. On holiday I read The Mermaid Sister by Carrie Ann Noble, and this was an absolutely unique fantasy that kept me going all throughout the beach. It was the perfect beach read. It's about a girl and she has a sister. Now the sister was given to this lady in a shell, and she's going through transition to become a mermaid. Her sister, the main character, she's very heartbroken by this and she wants to help, but she knows she's going to miss her sister. Now she believes she was brought by a stork, one of the big birds, so she's kind of worried that she might turn into a stork. This is very fantastical, very unique. It's got a travelling show in, mystery, it's got magical beasts as well. It's just a really interesting, fun read, and I absolutely adored this story. Like, adored it. It was the best read to read on a beach. Very, very awesome. If you like unique fantasies, this is definitely for you. It's got some romance in it, but it's mainly the love between the sisters who aren't blood, and I just loved it so, so, so much. I read Firewalker this month by Josephine Angelini, and this was the sequel to A Trial by Fire, and I loved the sequel. It was a very, very good sequel. I love that there was no love triangle in there. I loved the travelling between worlds, the magic, and also I like the fact that this book dives more into the past lives of the characters to explain that certain events are happening, and I really think it sets up the 3rd book nicely. So if you want to read Trial by Fire, definitely do that because it's a great take on witches in a kind of alternative world. It's kind of like fantasy, but to me a little bit sci-fi because it's got some sciencey stuff in it as well, which I love. One of my favourite books of this month was Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. This was an amazing, amazing, amazing book. I loved going back into the Grecian world. I love the characters. I love the storyline. It's about this group who have to be put together, the Six of Crows, who have to go into this very guarded space to stop a certain production of a certain drug that's being made. That if Grecia get hold of the drug and they take it, then things go crazy and they become a bit too powerful and a bit too addicted. So I love Six of Crows. Definitely go and check this out when it comes out. It's coming out very, very soon. The 29th of September, guys, so not long to wait, just the end of this month, so go and pre-order your copy. You will want this by the time it comes out. Another book I really enjoyed this month was Burning Bridges by Nadaj Richards. This is a Romeo and Juliet had babies with an ember in the ashes. Good. It's all set in dual perspective. The world is divided by warriors and hunters, and it's kind of Romeo and Juliet because one person from each of these worlds get together, and it's very awesome. It starts off at the end of the book and then explains what happens before those events, and then it ends off at the end of the book again and sets up this trilogy so perfectly, and I just can't. I loved it, and it kind of links in a little bit magic at the end, which makes me really excited because I really want to find out more about the magic in this world in the rest of the series. Read with Ben book club of the month for August was the Creepy Hollow series. Now I had already read The Fairy Guardian previously, so this month I read, by the way, this series is everything to me. I read 2, The Fairy Prince, Book 3, The Fairy War, and Book 4, which is the first book in the 2nd trilogy in the series, The Fairy Secret. Amazing story. Amazing. If you want to know more about this series, I'm going to link a video down below, which I did, all about it, and it was incredible. I've actually got loads of videos up in August about this series, cover reveals and talks and reviews and everything, so if you want to know more, go check those out. But this is a story all about how fairies are guardians of the human race and protecting them from magical beasts, but in their land there's massive wars and fights and magic and everything. Best series I've read in a very long time. Can't wait for the next one, A Fairy's Revenge! I read The Dead House this month by Dawn Kirtridge, and this was a fantastic, fantastic mind-rocking and boggling read where it's about a girl who has split personality disorder, is what you think it is, but then her other half goes missing and she's going through turmoil, and it's kind of mental health, but is it magical based, and just amazing. Like, really, and the design in the book's incredible. You have like, this isn't finished edition. My finished edition is somewhere else. This is my finished UK edition, and inside you get like really cool like pictures, and like it's written in really cool formats. So I highly recommend this book. I read a Cameo Renee book last month. That was Sanctum, the second book in the ARV3 trilogy, the RV series, and this was so good. This series is all about kind of zombies in this world. They're not really zombies, but people went underground to live for 15 years because of the sun radiation, and when they came back up, the people left on top of the land were all mutated and powerful, fast, strong, telepathic, zombie-ish characters, and it's all about the survival of a group who are trying to travel across to find safe haven. And it's so good, and what happens in this book broke my heart. I cried in Starbucks in front of everybody, so that wasn't embarrassing at all, ha ha ha. I read an upper middle grade this month, and that was The Fairy Keeper by Amy Bierce, an amazing book which I have reviewed numerous times this month, so I'm going to leave a link down below for a review. But if you want to know quickly what it's about a girl who's a fairy keeper. Her fairies in her hatch all die, and the queen fairy's missing. She has to go on a quest to find her queen fairy, and she encounters many magical beasts and mysteries on the way, and friendships are made, but also she's trying to save her sister ultimately from being taken by this drug lord. He's like an alchemist who's like a drug lord, and she doesn't want her to go because she knows what will happen to her. So it's all about a race against time to save her sister in this magical, fantastical land. And last but not least, I read A Raw Sky, Vampire Hunter by Nikki Jefford. This is an absolutely fantastic take on vampires, about a girl who survives in a car crash. Then the government find out she has a special blood type, so she gets injected with this serum, which means that if vampires bite her, they die. She gets put off into like this new secret agency where she has to basically go and stop vampires, but she gets tangled up with a mysterious dark guy. So if that's something you like, go and get this book. It is free for download. Thanks so much for watching my wrap up. I hope you enjoyed. I really look forward to showing you my TBR for next month. And if you want to know what I'm reading for Read with Ben, I'll leave a link down below for what I'm reading with Read with Ben in September. So definitely go and check that out, because it might be something you like. Like angels, like demons, go and check it out. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye bye.